Today, guys, I'm going to go over a video on starting a screen printing business for zero to little money at all up front. It's not the simplest way, but it's a way that I have a lot of customers that actually have started their own, and we still do stuff for them. And what they end up doing is they sub out the work. One second. Get out of here, Rosie. Sorry about the dog. What they do is we have a customer that's out of state even, and what he does is he'll get an order and he'll send it to us to print, and then we'll drop ship it for him and send him an invoice for the amount. He doesn't have a screen printing shop. He's got started with a little Cricut silhouette, doing a little print cut vinyl, and he still does that on the smaller jobs and then the 1 and 2 shirts. But anything more than that, we do all the printing for him, pretty much 20 shirts and up. And literally last year alone, he did about $15,000 that we ended up printing for him just on that side, not including his Cricut side. And he's done more. But what he does to do that is literally like he works in the church ministries. And so what he'll do is when he's doing an event, he'll say, hey, I own a screen printing business. I can print for you guys for your church or an upcoming event. And then he prints his own shirts that he sells on the side. And so what he'll do is we'll print as little as 20 shirts for him. So usually a lot of the shirts are about 20 shirts. He'll come up with the saying or slogan, and then he'll take them to the church that he goes to and sells them there. And then what a lot of them end up doing too is they'll need shirts for their church, and they'll order a group church thing, and he just tells me, hey, I own a business. I do this on the side. It's not my full-time job. He drives a truck for a living. And then he'll send us the order. We'll print it. And then what he'll do is mark it up $1, $2, $3, depending on the quantity, what it is, how many sides and all that. And so literally out of his pocket, he's got no money at all. He's literally, we make him pay up front on part of it, but literally he's not out nothing to start that business. And he's turned it into a very profitable business. We also have another one, and what the kid did is he wanted to start his own clothing line. And he didn't have much money. He was coming out here buying our minimum amount of shirts, and he was also doing print cut at his house. Didn't like the cut vinyl effect for a luxury line of shirts, so he wanted them screen printed. And he was literally scraping money together. He'd come out and buy 20 shirts at a time. So what he ended up doing is literally knocking on doors and finding companies. We actually print for a trampoline company, the Jump Zone. And literally he went in there, got the contract, told me screen prints. And literally what he did is came back to us, had us quote it first. And then he went to them and actually marked it up like $3 a shirt. And they ordered 200-300 shirts at a time at that place. So he's making money to fund his own clothing line just by doing subcontract work. And all he's doing is finding the business, going out telling them, hey, I do screen printing, here's my own clothing line, but we can print for you also. And he doesn't own a screen printing shop at all. You can start with a Cricut silhouette, one of the print cut things, do your cut vinyl, heat press, sublimation, but they're all going to cost you money. You can also start the way that these guys have done. And I'm not saying it's the best way. It's just another way if you want to get your foot in the door and you don't have much money, but you know people that need stuff printed. Literally go to your local screen printing shops and find what they'll do contract printing for, or what kind of pricing they'll set up for you to do printing for. And then literally just tack on a little bit extra money. There's enough printers, even online here. When we've gotten really busy, we've used subbed out work. I've used Vega prints, Vega 23, to do an order when I was getting way behind and we couldn't keep up with it. I also use Juan at Liberty Graphics to do some of my hats. You can find guys that will do the work for you even online here, or you can find local places, and they'll give you a good enough deal where you might not be the cheapest in the area, but if some of these customers are looking for someone, you can make a few extra bucks. And like I said, you're doing nothing. You're just getting the contract, taking it to them. You're going to probably front the money up front for the printer up front to get that from the customer. But usually what I tell the people too is when you go to them places, tell them you need money up front, half down or so much down, so that you're not out nothing either. So literally you take that money, you go right to the printer, give him his money, and you're already paid for, they're paid for, and then at the end you just collect a little, pretty much the extra amount that would be going into your pocket. It's something worth trying if you're looking at it. Like what we do with the one guy, we'll even drop ship for him. So if he's like, and he does orders all over the United States. So he's got people in like Pennsylvania, and we'll ship it from here so it doesn't get double shipped, because he's in Georgia. So he's not local to pick it up. But even with the shipping charges, he's still able to make a competitive price. We've got a fairly reasonable price with him. On like a one color print 20 shirts, we'll do it like $5 for him. And so literally he's marking it up a little bit to these other places. And like I said, it's something if you're interested in doing, and you don't have screen printing equipment, you can do that and then build up your money so that you can get your own equipment. It's just, like I said, it's not for everybody, but if you don't have much money and you want to start screen printing with zero to little money up front at all, look into doing something like that. Again, my name is Robert. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below or email me them, and I'll answer them as quick as I can. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Again, my name is Robert. Thanks again. Peace out.